folks out there, sports fans out there, who are saying, well, you can't lose your job due to injury, or you can't lose your job when you're 18 of 19 throwing 3 touchdown passes against a division opponent, as Alex Smith did the week before he was knocked out with a concussion. And there are other people who are saying, well, you got to go with the kid who's the hot hand. You got to just put all that aside. Steve Mariucci, do you agree or disagree with what Jim Harbaugh is doing in San Francisco?
Well, first, I feel bad for Alex Smith because he's right. He lost his job because of an injury, a concussion. But I respect the decision that Jim Harbaugh is having to make. It's a tough decision that sometimes head coaches have to make these tough decisions, and it's based on the present and the past and the future and you name it. And so Alex Smith, yes, was 19-5 and played great. And that kid better stay ready to play because his services are going to be required here sooner or later. But you might say that this is a little bit like Bill Belichick putting in Tom Brady for Drew Bledsoe. But you know what, guys? Drew Bledsoe was 5-11 the year before. They were looking to replace him anyway. So this is very unusual. It's going to all depend on how they end. Does Colin Kaepernick finish better than Alex Smith did in the championship game or not?
And Drew Bledsoe had to win a playoff game that year. A lot of people forget that in the fairy tale Tom Brady magic carpet ride that, no offense, Marshall Faulk.
Let me just say this. Let me just say that, albeit I don't respect the decision that he made, I do agree with the decision that Jim Harbaugh made, for the simple fact that in this league, in our league, it's all about making sure that your team has the best opportunity to win each and every week. And right now, Colin Kaepernick seems to give them that. Is he better than Alex Smith? I see the same football team when I watch them. I see the same football team when I watch both of them play. I don't see Colin Kaepernick doing anything more, throwing the football down the field, than I saw Alex Smith doing.
Why don't you respect it?
Because I believe Alex Smith was doing his job the best of his ability, and the components around him were not.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So they got good last week. So everybody else, they got really good last week.
No, teams are now playing them to make Colin Kaepernick throw the football to see, can he throw the football?
You know that stadium he used to play in Indianapolis? Harbaugh jersey is up there. He's hanging in the rafters, right?
Yeah.
So he knew the game. And he was what, coach of the year? Darn near the coach of the year a year ago. I mean,
he was the coach of the year.
Yeah, was the coach of the year.
Alex Smith accepted the award for him.
Yeah. So we never questioned his decision-making process.
That's why I say I agree with it.
He played quarterback, so when he's in charge of the quarterbacks, don't you think he knows something that we don't know?
I told you I agree with it. I don't respect it. I didn't say I don't disagree with it.
One thing that people got to realize, this game does not have the ability to love you back. This is a business. And Alex Smith is finally realizing this game is a business. I feel like Kaepernick give them a better chance to win and win immediately.
Well, he realized it was a business during the Peyton Manning free agency too, and that's why everybody believes that maybe maybe people believe that Harbaugh really has never believed in Alex Smith and just had to in order to get through the day. Where do you stand on this whole situation?
And waiting, you know, there are a couple things here. We keep looking at this as if it's the old NFL where young guys don't do well. You know, it takes years for them to come and go around. We're seeing young guys have great seasons right now, and this is a young guy. And we also assume that Alex Smith is going to play great football and take this team to a Super Bowl. I don't know where that comes from because they got to a championship game last year. You want to imagine that Alex Smith is automatically taking his team back to a Super Bowl? That's not the reality. What he's saying is, I believe he's saying, I've reached my ceiling with Alex. This guy's done a great job in coaching. And now here comes Colin, who gives him more upside to work on and make that a dynamic offense.
You send a message to your team when you play well and someone else gets your job. Other guys on that team, they will be looking down as well.
It's not an injury that loses the job. It's the great play of others that help you lose that job.
They both can hand the ball off equally. This team was 7 in passing, and I feel like he can give him a better shot.
Exactly. And here's why Harbaugh can't win for losing, because if he did come back to the podium and said, I would never give someone else a job because the other guy was injured, and played Smith over Colin Kaepernick, the debate here right now on live TV would be, what would the Niners look like with Colin Kaepernick? And is Alex Smith the guy to take them where they need to go? Instead, it's completely reversed, and we're going to see how this all plays out starting Sunday in St. Louis as Colin Kaepernick gets his 3rd consecutive start for the 49ers there. Elsewhere in the National Football League, let's get the latest.